What's up, guys? It's John. And you know, there are a lot of new CLPs out on the market, a whole bunch of varying takes on how it's supposed to work, what works better, etc., etc. And I said to myself, well, I've seen these plate of truth things done several times and nobody's really done it with this selection of products, so I figured let's give it a shot. Let's see how they hold up to extreme conditions. You know, it's really humid here in southeastern PA. We get days with 90 to 100% humidity. It's going to rain this coming week, and this is going to be an extended test, so we're going to check back over the next few weeks and see how it goes. Now, let's talk about what products are on these two pieces of sheet metal. Now, these were sprayed down with brake cleaner and then taped and labeled, and then I started applying the products as directed.
The idea behind this test is to show how these products hold up to exposure to the elements. I mean, we should see some rusting, especially in the control section, but we could also see some weird gumming and different reactions to the products being exposed for long periods of time. This is not a lubricity test. It's not meant to show how they clean, better than the other. It's simply meant to show how they hold up to the elements on a raw piece of steel.
These sheets have been sitting out in the sun for a while, so I'll hold them up so you guys can see them. They are really hot. Okay, there you go. There's a basic layout. Whew, that sheet is cooking hot. And that's okay because I want this to happen. I want it to sit outside and take the abuse. So down here we've got this WeaponShield grease. I know not a lot of people on YouTube know about WeaponShield, but it seems to be working for me. I use the grease on the Desert Eagle, and that works okay for me. Next up top, we've got the Alfa Clp grease that comes in this little container here, and that's a new one I'm testing, but we put the grease version of it up here just to throw it in the mix. Up here, we've got Ballistol, the worst smelling bullshit on earth. I don't even think that works that great as a CLP lubricant, whatever. People ride that thing's nuts like it's crazy, but I mean, it's nothing special. Right here, we've got the good old standard RemOil. This is something I use to rinse off guns, honestly. It's super thin, doesn't hold up over time, but I wanted to include it in the test. Down here, we've got this Hornady one-shot case lube. Now, I had seen another test where they used Hornady gun cleaner, and I suspect that this is actually the same exact stuff. So we tried the case lube here on this quadrant or section. It's not really a quadrant. Okay. Now let's move over here. I'll move these products out of the way and we'll talk about what's on this plate. Down here we've got TechShield Elite. Up top we've got the Slip 2000 that's very oily. For whatever reason that stuff gets all over the outside of that container. Up here we've got the WeaponShield. That's kind of an oil. Looks like straight motor oil. That's on this top section here. Down in the bottom we've got the FrogLube CLP, the liquid version of that, not the paste. And that was heated up first, just so you guys could see that that's the way they want you to apply it. They want you to heat it up. Honestly, all of these are cooking hot right now, so they're about getting the same treatment anyway. Down in this right-hand section here, my right hand, we've got this Alfa Clp. Now, this is a plant-based stuff. I showed you the grease. This is a plant-based CLP, and we'll see how that does. Again, it's relatively new. But I wanted to include it in the test. Up here, we've got the FireClean. This stuff has been all over Instagram. People love it. And I wanted to include it in the test and throw it up against some of its main competitors. So we've got a really wide selection. Obviously, I did not mention there is actually a control section right here in the middle. That is there with nothing on it, just the brake cleaner that I sprayed on to clean off all whatever manufacturing lubricants. I put that in there, and I want to see how that compares to the rest of these. If that rusts more, if it doesn't rust at all, we shall see. These are going to sit outside for several weeks. I'm just going to leave them out here on the deck, and we'll see what happens. I have some expectations, but I'm not going to share them just yet. We'll see how these fare over time. That's it for now on the CLP endurance test. We're going to leave these outside in the humidity, in the rain, in the sun, in the nights. Maybe an animal will piss on it. I don't know. We shall see. But We'll check back once a week and show you guys the progress that's being made. Guys, if you enjoy this video, you want to see more of this project, hit that thumbs up button. Of course, consider subscribing. And if you like what I do, you want to support it more, head over to patreon.com/I'mWithChaos and see how you can do that. As always, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.